On Hulu, I watched from 1986, I believe it is, Stand By Me, directed by Richard Donner, based on the short story, I believe, of Stephen King, and in some ways it shows here and there. So, the movie starts off with Richard Dreyfuss, and no, I did not intend to do a Richard Dreyfuss-a-thon, but, oh Jesus, it's cold, guys. It is so goddamn cold out here. This was a bad idea. He's sitting in a truck or an SUV or something, and god damn it, it's just freezing. And he's like reminiscing of this story, or maybe he saw some boys walk by and that reminded him or gave him the idea for a story, but he's talking about the first time he saw a dead body and how that came about. And it takes you back to the late 50s. He's now played by Wil Wheaton, who looks nothing like Richard Dreyfuss, but that's kid Richard Dreyfuss. He's got these three friends, Corey Feldman, Jerry O'Connell, who by the way is the fat kid. And if you look at this and you're from that time period, you know, or even if you're a 90s kid, you're like, yeah, I can kind of see Jerry O'Connell being the fat kid here. Today, that guy's like straight up lean. I kid you not. That is not fat kid bod of today. So, other kid, River Phoenix, the first one to die of the group. He died pretty young, but he seems to be kind of like the leader of the pack. And Wil Wheaton is sort of the nerd. The fat kid's the fat kid. And Corey Feldman's like the troublemaker. Well, fat kid finds out there's this boy that had ran off and was missing. And his body was found in the woods, but it's a ways off. It's like 30 miles away on a hike. But he found out about this and he thinks him and his buddies can go claim the body. They'll be heroes. I don't know if heroes is the term here. Like, it's something to do. It's a bit of a MacGuffin. It's a very treasure. But in this case, it's a boy's dead body. You're not saving him. Are you going to be heroes, really? Okay, you'll kind of get in the news. I don't know if that's worth the trouble. But these guys who he'd overheard talking about, they can't go do anything about it because they had boosted a Dodge, aka stolen, and that would raise some suspicion. So, they're going to not mess with this. So the boys lie to their parents, say they're going to go spend night at each other's houses, but they're actually going to go hike. They follow the train tracks, and, this is not a misadventure of adventure. It's a misadventure, but I think a lot of today's audience would be kind of bored. I thought there was a very suspenseful bit with this train coming, where they're trying to go across this narrow bridge, and they have to outrun the train. That was nice and suspenseful, really, because it's a real train. Now today, it'd be CGI, it'd look like shite. But here, it's like, hey, kind of dangerous. Or, well, with a telephoto lens, you can certainly make it look dangerous. But, I didn't mind that. They go spend the night in the woods. Wil Wheaton tells them a story, because he's going to be the aspiring writer guy. And I didn't know if this story needed to be in the movie so much, but he tells a story of